Morning guys, Mark StoWs window cleaning. I hope you are well. It's a new week, a new opportunity to move forward. So what's been happening here? Got my sponsor confirmed this weekend. It is Paul and Lee, maybe it should be Lee and Paul, down at Blade Right Cleaning Supplies. I have been using these guys for more years than I can actually recall, and they are my go-to guys. As soon as I think about purchasing anything, I just give them a message. Have you got this? Or what's your offshore advice on this? And I've got this job coming up, this task. What will be the best bit of equipment for that? And they've almost always given me fantastic advice. The postage is quick. I mean, so many times I've needed a bag of resin. I've messaged them on a Wednesday and it's here on a Thursday. It's like crazy. Not guaranteeing the next day delivery, mind you. I'm just saying they've been absolutely fantastic guys for me. So you'll be seeing their logo popping up all over the place, and also their website will be in the description. So if you need any cleaning supplies, go and speak to those guys. So this video is all about gloves. I'm quite frequently asked, what gloves do I use? And do you know what? Through all the years I've been doing this, so we're going on for nearly 12 years now, I've experimented with various gloves, and I've got it down to my final three. I don't think I'll change from these, regardless of what glove comes on the market, unless it's like an invisible glove that you just spray on, that's waterproof, chemical proof, and anything else proof, if I'm honest with you. So let's get started. I don't tend to use gloves for doing trad work, traditional work. I just find gloves kind of get in the way when you're holding your tools and when you've got to detail the edges. However, if I'm doing a new job that's absolutely rotten, and for whatever reason I'm not using the water-fed pole, I tend to get disposable gloves like this. And again, it depends on your preference. I think that you pronounce it nitrile. I might be wrong, but it's Nitrile. I use those gloves, so they're just disposable. Just use them once, throw them away, and they're quite good for short bursts. They're waterproof. They're good for when you're using chemicals, like doing a conservatory roof, something like that. So they're like my odd job kind of glove. But typically, if I'm using my trad tools, I don't use gloves. If I'm using the water-fed pole, now there's lots of nice gloves on the market. Is it neoprene, I think they call them? But you know what? I think they're a little bit overrated, personally. That's just me. They make your hands absolutely stink. They're kind of bulky. So, for me, I'm not really into them. I tried them a few times. I gave them the benefit of the doubt about 3 or 4 times, and I just couldn't get them to work for me. So if I'm using a water-fed pole, I literally get these kind of cheap things. I mean, they're what? A couple of quid each? They're not expensive gloves. So I'll just buy, I don't know, five pairs at a time. If for whatever reason I mean, they're ideal. They're nice and light, they're soft, they're thin, and they basically just stop your hands getting covered in carbon. That is the only reason I tend to wear them. Or if you've got to pick up your hose and it's been dragged through a mud track or something, it just stops your hands getting dirty, really. If, however, they get wet for whatever reason, perhaps I've dragged the pole for a puddle or it's raining, whatever the case may be, I just basically whack that pair on the dash, on the heater, and then just grab another pair out the back. So just keep it really simple. If I'm doing gutter clearing, where I'm not using a gutter vac, because I actually haven't got one. I borrowed one for last week's video. Or was it the week before now? Time flies. But I typically clear gutters by hand. So I get these things. They're almost like marigolds, but they're thicker. See how big they are. And they're just fucking awesome. They're literally like a heavy duty marigolds. Marigolds. They're washing up gloves. They're awesome. Because often I used to use the little blue ones, disposable ones for clearing gutters. You'd always get like some crap dirty water running on top of the glove, or you'd catch it on a clip and they'll just rip instantly, and you think, oh, now do I just crack on, or do I go back down the ladder to get another pair of gloves to protect my hands? So they are awesome. You can literally lift them up over your jumper and about halfway up your forearm, so it keeps your hands nice and clean and dry and out of the crap. You don't know what's in them gutters. And once you finish clearing out the gutter, rinse them off. Once they're dried, they're good to go again. So that is my preference of the 3 gloves that I'm sticking to now. I can't see me deviating from those because they all suit my needs. But Paul and Lee and Paul down at Blade Riot have a wide variety of gloves, so check them out, see what they've got. They might have something that suits you. And I think that is me done for today. Gonna get back to cleaning some glass. Have a great day. I'll speak to you very soon. Thanks for watching.